Welcome, everyone, to the Tethys Shipyards. I am Takeshi Yamato, the Yardmaster, joining our host, the Housecoat Gamer.
Yo.
Today, we are taking a look at the ISS Cailum, the Terran version of our first hero ship from the our first hero ship of the series.
Much like the USS Cailum, the ISS Cailum has a very similar history. Originally, her commanding officer was an ex-Borg who was rescued from the Collective, though I suppose Kingdom is the Mirror Universe version. Anywho, he commanded the ship, he fought against the enemies of the Empire, his ship was basically wrecked, but because of his capabilities, the Emperor, at the time Wesley Crusher, gave him a new starship, an Odyssey-class superdreadnought, and in honor of his many accomplishments, it was named ISS Cailum NCC 94517A.
Yep.
During their version of the Iconian War, the ship was damaged, not crippled like the Enterprise F was in our timeline, but damaged enough to require a refit to the Yorktown class, minus the really dumb nacelle pylons. Seriously. Why move them to a forward swept position when the backward swept one is perfectly fine?
Right.
Of course, the ship would require more firepower, and after Lita's disaster in the temporal Cold War and the Terran Empire subsequently cutting itself off, the ship was refit to Lexington-class standards, alongside the Enterprise F, which, by the way, also ran into the original Cailum, the prime Cailum A, and got the crap beaten out of it, resulting in its retrofit to Lexington-class standards.
Yep.
By this time, the Cailum's captain is now Grand Marshal of the Empire, effectively second in line to the throne, though he's really not interested.
Yeah.
His job is to stab people in the face, until their face stops resembling a face.
Yeah.
Though he much prefers to subvert worlds. Basically going, hey, I'm the Terran Empire can protect you. We can do all these things for you. All you have to do is submit.
Yeah.
And he's not lying. The Empire can protect them. All it requires is that they serve.
Yes.
That's basically the man's policy. You can still have all the rights as any Terran, just one problem. The throne will never be yours.
Yeah.
Screw Lita.
Yeah. Screw Lita. Anyway, let's get to the stats, which are mostly the same as the Prime version. Just a couple minor changes here and there. So, entered service date 2409. Systems values are comms 10, computers 11, engines 10, sensors 10, structure 11, weapons 11. The Terran, Odyssey, and variants take a point from comms to put into weapons because, well, Terrans. Department-wise, again, we're working on Liberated Borg's. We're working with the Liberated Borg Starship Special Rule. So we start with a 3 in everything. The department modifiers make that Command 4, Security 4, Engineering 4, and we gave it the flagship mission profile, which brings Command and Security to 5 each. It's a Scale 7 starship, has Resistance 7, Power 10, and Shields 21. For weapons, it has basically the same spread. Phaser rays, phaser cannons, phaser spinal lance, photon torpedoes, quantum torpedoes, transphasic torpedoes, and a strength 6 tractor beam. For talents, it has advanced shields, command ship, expanded munitions multiple, dedicated subspace transceiver array, improved warp drive, redundant systems engines, and saucer separation. It has all the same special rules: additional propulsion system, quantum slipstream burst drive, adaptive subspace field, Aquarius escort, and liberated Borg starship. And for descriptor traits, we have Terran Imperial starship, liberated Borg starship, Grand Marshal's flagship, Spear of the Empire. The Prime Cailum is basically a construction boat, a construction ship that has been outfitted with all the guns because it is a chaos magnet on level with the original Enterprise.
This ship, on the other hand, is meant to go looking for trouble, killing the trouble, and absorbing it into the Empire.
Yes.
Which brings us to a possible problem. Terran starships use agony phasers. So what the hell modifier are we going to have for that?
Yeah. Not entirely sure. I mean, one possible idea would be to like increase the if the agony phasers manage to cause a breach or even reduce damage to, or even cause shield damage, maybe cause a TNing, maybe cause a difficult target number increase to all checks on the target starship to represent
Agonization.
Yeah. Not 100% on that, but it's an option.
Sounds good enough to me. I mean, that's kind of how they work in STO, except in this case the chances would be a lot higher because they're agony phasers, and they don't work off of RNG.
Agony phasers. Alright, let's see.
You know, this is going to be the start of a nice little series involving Terran starships.
Terran phasers.
Speaking of which,
been modified to produce an effect similar to agonizers on target starships. If a target starship is hit, increase the TN of all checks. Increase the difficulty of all checks done by crew members of that ship by 1. Okay.
This kind of has to be done. I know Take can't probably hear it, but that's not the point. For the Empire.
Right. See you in the next one.
Bye-bye.